YouTube, what's going on with your people? It's your man JMV checking in with y'all. I want to talk about this CB today. Y'all can't see it, it's dark. Let me see, turn light on. Yeah, Bearcat 880. Oh yeah, that's my night look. That's the day look, green and blue. But let's talk about it, man.
Ferrari with the spider top, frozen Fiji bottles in my watch. I stay on the clock, I'm always on the clock. Soon as I open my eyes, I'm at my fucking job. 9/11.
Alright, YouTube. It's your man JMV checking in with y'all, man. Another video. Something I've been meaning to talk about since I got it, but ain't really found no time to do so. That's this CB, man, and you know, my review of it, how I like it so far, and just the whole CB situation out here on the road as a truck driver. So, off the top, I bought the CB about 6 weeks ago with my last student on the truck, my guy Lucius. I went and got the CB. He actually installed it for me. I would have figured it out eventually, but it would have took me probably an hour and some change because I've never dealt with one before. He already had, he has a CB, and he's already installed it and everything in one of his older trucks. So he knew how to do it, man. He got it hooked up, installed, and working within 30 minutes max. So shout out to my dude Lucius. But so I got it 6 weeks ago, but I've been out here for 16 months now. So you might be thinking, like, what took you so long? And the truth of the matter is, I really didn't want a CB. I didn't have any inspiration. I didn't have any motivation to go get one. I didn't think I needed it. I didn't really care to hear a lot of people talking about some nonsense on the mic. I didn't really care to hear about the racist things that may come across, which they do. And I figured, I got my phone. I can look ahead, judge the weather, figure out if I'm gonna stop or anything, if I need to stop or anything. And everything I thought was wrong. It was a lie. Thinking that I didn't need it. I'm not gonna say that you do need it, but it is definitely a good tool to have. I have done a complete 180 switch from the stance I had my first 16 months out on the road, and my stance and my viewpoint of it now that I have one. The reason for getting it is, like I said, I bought it with my last student on the truck, Lucius, and we were out in Utah, Wyoming. We were running through those states, Nebraska, where the weather is wintertime now, and the weather gets really tricky. And I remember one night we were coming up I-80 on Nebraska. We were heading back east, and there was like a graveyard of just trucks and cars because a storm had came through right behind us. We had just missed it. We came through Nebraska. We went to California, I believe, and we ended up coming back on 80 again with a load that was going to New Jersey, I believe. And so we saw the aftermath of that storm. And I mean, it's trucks that literally were turned completely around. So they're on the eastbound side, but they're facing westbound. And I'm wondering, like, how did this happen? Cars off in ditches, trucks jackknifed in the ditch, jackknifed off the road, just a mess. And I remember seeing, I'm pretty sure most of y'all have seen these videos, and if you haven't seen it, go look them up, these multi-car, multi-truck pileups. I know that it's happened on Interstate 80 out in Ohio, Pennsylvania area. It happens all over the country when wintertime comes. Snow starts coming down heavy, visibility gets low. One vehicle loses control, spins out, slides out, whatever, wrecks in the middle of the road, and then all the vehicles coming behind it have no clue what's going on. And obviously in the weather, you can't stop. You're just gonna slide, and then you just see cars just coming in like battering rams, boom, 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 and then you see trucks coming in flying and steering off into the ditch if they can, or just pretty much messing up everything in their path before they come to a stop. And my mom was like, you know what? I kept seeing this Bearcat 880 in the Loves. It was on sale for $100. And I was like, you know what? It's probably going to be a good idea to have that just to get a heads up of what's going on ahead. So I bought it. And at this point, man, I don't even drive without it on, because in one of my previous videos when I was going through Illinois and I was talking about the snow plows and where were they and all that, at the beginning of that video y'all could hear, you know, somebody talking to the mic. But a driver that was coming south, I was heading north, came on the mic and told us that we were heading into essentially a whiteout. It was only going to last for about 15-20 miles, but he gave us the mile marker. We'll just say mile marker 75 to mile marker 105. And he said, you know, at that point we were about 15-20 miles away. So I heard him come across, and you know, I grabbed the mic, told him thanks for the heads up. Sure enough, as soon as I got this mile marker 75, snow is coming out really heavy, low visibility, but I was aware, I got a heads up. And all the other trucks that was heading the same direction as me that had a CB, we all slowed down at about the same time. Grabbed the right lane, ran about 45 until visibility became more clear. I mean, I've also done the same thing that very same trip. I went through that whiteout, and the guys that were heading south toward it, you know, I got on the mic, told them, hey, y'all got about 10 or 15 miles. It's gonna get real ugly for y'all. Go ahead and start slowing down. Had about 2 or 3 drivers come across the mic, you know, saying thank you for the heads up. So for that factor alone, it's more than worth having in a truck, in my opinion. Then you get to hear, I mean, since I've had it, I've heard maybe 2 or 3 racist remarks. They always somebody dropping the N-bomb, you know what I mean? That was to be expected. But the other side is we got stuck in traffic. Me and Lucius got stuck in traffic due to bridge work, and these guys was on the mic clowning. Had me dying laughing in here, man. And when me and my current student, Billy, were going up through Arizona, there was a major accident, or a pretty big accident. A car ran right into the back of a tractor trailer, right into the back of the trailer. Was actually underneath the trailer, so they had the right lane blocked up. So it got really congested. We all came to a stop. And once again, the drivers were on the mic clowning. So you do get a little show out of it, man. You can get a couple laughs. Yeah, it's going to be some ignorant people that's going to come across, say some off the wall stuff, you know what I mean, dropping racial slurs. But for the most part, I'm happy I got it. You know what I mean? It's benefited me when I've dealt with some adverse weather and receiving heads up about traffic and accidents and road work, and hey, you know, a driver coming the opposite direction of y'all, we'll just say southbound again, getting on the mic, saying northbound, right lane's closed off, grab the left lane. Go ahead, grab the left lane. Sure enough, right lane's blocked off. I don't got to worry about trying to merge over because nobody wants to let you over at that point. Shoot, the other day, not the other day, but coming up through Texas, man, it was like sleeting and freezing rain, and we had came to a stop on this bridge. Traffic had came to a stop. I just happened to be on a bridge. Several vehicles about a mile or two ahead had slid off the road, and they were trying to get them out of the ditch. So traffic ended up coming to a stop, and you got people coming on the mic, man, guys, come, you know, slow down, slow down. We're coming to a stop, complete stop. Start breaking your speed down now. You can tell the guy didn't have a CB. I'm on the bridge. I'm stopped on the bridge. Anybody who drives any vehicle should know that, or read those signs that says bridge, ice is before road. And the bridge was slippery. So I had started breaking my speed down prior to getting to the congested area. But even then, the truck still slid a little bit on that bridge because it's slick, it's icy. And lo and behold, you know, I'm sitting there and I go to the mic myself, like, hey guys, you know, you're gonna be stopping on this bridge. It's real slick, man. Like, you need to break your speed down now. It's gonna be a problem. And like I was just about to say, you could tell the guy didn't have a CB. This driver for Schneider came barreling around the corner, couldn't stop, started sliding, and it looked like it was about to be a real problem. It looked like he was gonna run right into the back of the truck that was behind me, which of course would have pushed that truck into me and pushed me into the car that was in front of me. To give the Schneider driver credit, he steered right. He hit the little cement barrier on the bridge, and was able to come to a stop on the shoulder. Like halfway past my trailer, he came to a stop. You know, it scared me a little bit because I saw him come in and I said, man, this is not going to be good. But like I said, real quick, man, it's definitely, in my opinion, worth having, especially driving in winter time, dealing with the snow, sleet, rain, or freezing rain, shall I say. It's definitely good to have. You know, just being able to get a heads up of what's going on ahead of you. Yeah, like I said, I don't drive without it on. It has to be on when I start driving. So, last thing though, the speaker in it blew out after about a week or two. So let me see, hold on for a second. Okay, so the speaker that's built into the CB actually blew out about a week and a half, 2 weeks after I had bought it, which pissed me off. But all I did was go with my flashlight so y'all can see it. I went to a Flying J. I bought this little Rode Pro speaker right here. It was like 15 bucks. And you see the wire right there. Just hooked it up to the back of the CB. And works great. So, alright, so other than the price, one of the things that really attracted me to this CB is the colors it has. See, it's on green right now. Green is my favorite color. Green is what I use during the daytime. At night I use this blue color, but they got this like turquoise color, red, this purplish color, a lime green, I don't know, that's like a white color, and back to blue. So I like that aspect of it. And then the other thing that really drew me in is that, I don't know if it's just this one, I'm pretty sure other CBs, other brands have the same option, but this little weather tab right here, you click on this and you can get updates on the weather that in your area, you know, as you're passing through. Obviously it changes from whatever area you're in, but there's several stations, I think it's up to 7, because you can scroll through to find. Basically, you just keep turning it until you hear something. Long story short, but I know right here in Springfield it was on 2, so let's turn it up.
Highs in the mid-60s. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts to around 30 miles.
All right, so to conclude, my opinion of having a CB in general is, if you're running OTR, you should definitely have one. You know, after me being out here for 14, 15 months without one, and having it for the last 2 months, I wish I would have gotten it earlier. As for this particular CB, the price was great. It was $100. I like the look of it, the layout, the different lighting up options that you have. And outside of that speaker blowing, the speaker that came with the CB, outside of that blowing, which, like I said, was a quick fix, little $15 here, not a big deal. I don't have nothing to complain about with it. So should you get a CB? In my opinion, yes. If you don't have one and you're out here, if you're coming out here on the road, you're going to train, or you're planning on coming to training and you're debating whether it's worth getting, if you're asking my opinion, yeah, you should get one. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and spend a little $100. You don't have to get an extravagant one. I don't even have any of the antennas. You know, see guys riding with the antenna so they can talk to people 100 miles away. I don't need to talk to anybody 100 miles away. I need to know what's going on within a 5-mile range of me so I can adjust to what's going on in real time where I'm at. So I just use the built-in antenna that's in the truck that you can't even see. But yeah, should you get it? In my opinion, yeah. Other than that, man, as always, till next time. Yo.
I stay on the clock, I'm always on the clock.